Hello Game Boys and Game Girls, I'm the Game Boy Guru and welcome to my new game room and also another pickups video. It is the middle of August and I'm finally getting together for you my pickups and arrivals video for the month of July. Primarily because, as you can see, I've been very busy setting up all this stuff in my new game room. I thought I would take a quick break from doing that to record this video for you real quick so I could get it done, get it uploaded, and show you guys that other than streaming, I am actually still doing stuff. So let's jump right in and take a look at a few things that I got in the mail. No actual pickups during the month of July because I wasn't actively going out and buying stuff. Primarily because I knew that I was going to be packing up all my stuff and it wouldn't have made any sense for me to do that. But I did get a few things in the mail, including some Game Boy boxes and stuff from fellow RF Generation member Red McKnight. So, I got a copy of Turok, Battle of the Bionosaurs, and this bad boy is box and manual and and everything except for the game, which is okay because I actually have the game. So this is just kind of cool that since I already have the game, it even comes with the plastic case, that he was able to provide me all of this stuff to essentially complete my copy. So that was a pretty cool deal that he sent me. He also sent my direction Super Star Wars Return of the Jedi, and this one I have to look because I don't remember now. It's been long enough since he sent it, but I don't remember what is what. Yeah, again, this is manual and case and box and everything, including the plastic case, but no game. And I do believe it is the same for Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. Yep, so manual and contents, insert and plastic shell, no game. But that's pretty cool because that means that I'll be able to have these complete now. And he also, as a bonus, sent me the box and contents, no game, but just the box and instructions and stuff for Mega Man or Rockman EXE 4.5 for the Game Boy Advance, Japanese release there. So that's pretty cool. So thank you again, Red McKnight, for sending those my way. I also happened to get something quite special in the mail. It was either right before or right after. I think this came right before I moved, if memory serves. And that is the Strictly Limited Games R-Type Dimensions set for the Nintendo Switch. And I'll go ahead and just quickly tear into this so you guys can kind of see what's up. I don't want to cut into the box, so I'll just kind of break the plastic and then tear through it here. But this is a pretty neat set. Of course, it's got R-Type Dimensions, which is essentially the R-Type 1 and 2. That was on PlayStation 3 and I believe Xbox 360. You gotta be smarter than the box. This feels like it would be a slip cover, but it also feels like maybe it's got an adhesive on it or whatever that's keeping it connected to the... because they probably use the same box for both PlayStation 4 and Switch. And then just put the extra cover over the top. Can he figure out the box? Will he figure out the box? Maybe. Well. There we go. It is just a slipcover. It was just on very tight. So there's the slipcover, and of course then the actual box itself just has the R9 there on the front and the Dobkeratops on the back. Flips open. Very nice. And let's see, what do we have in this little envelope? There's a little plastic bag with an R-Type Dimensions dog tag. So that's pretty cool. And inside we have all of this goodness. Let's see here. We have some art cards, looks like. So we have the Dobkeratops, a generic Bido card. That's pretty cool. Looks like some of the dudes, kind of like the dudes in level 2, but the compiler. That's the stage 4 boss, I believe. And the Gomander, the stage 2 boss. That's pretty cool. We also have, what are these? Oh, stickers! R-Type Dimensions stickers, so those are cool. And there is this R-Type Dimensions art book, which is nice hardcover. It's got a little write-up here. Introduction. Oh, cool. So like stage art. Oh, nice. Like doing side-by-side comparison of the original arcade art and then the reimagined art that they did for the Dimensions version. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, R-Type Dimensions. That's pretty cool. I'll have to thumb through that. And then, of course, the game itself on the Nintendo Switch. And just a very basic case, but that works for me. I'm not picky. And, ooh, that's even got one of those little pull tab deals that once I start to open it, it'll tear through the rest of the plastic. I'm not going to do that right now, but I will do that at a later point. So that is R-Type Dimensions on the Nintendo Switch. Pretty cool little set. Sorry about the silly me of completely not figuring out how to take the slipcover off, but now I know. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that came either right before or right after I moved. What I do remember 100% that came after my move is Raiden 5, the Director's Cut for Nintendo Switch. And this was a limited release. And so there was going to be a small print run. I decided I pretty much had to get it right away. And so this comes with the cart, a little, not a manual, but a little concept art booklet, which is kind of cool. It's got some art of the different planes that you can fly and some enemy craft and stuff like that. There's the Bellwether, the big ship that they are in. And then also a soundtrack sampler mini CD, which is kind of neat. I mean, I've got the PS4 version, which has the full soundtrack, But it's still kind of cool. I'd be curious to hear what tracks they picked for the sampler. Yeah, I liked Raiden 5 more than I thought I would, and certainly more after digging into it for Shmup Club than I did when I initially played it on PS4, so I have to give it a little love on the Switch. And finally, something that arrived just before I moved, and I ended up having to pack it away, is the Game Paradise Cruisin' Mix Special Paradise Box from Limited Run Games. This is for the PlayStation 4, and Studio Mudprints Bullet Heaven has already done a fantastic unboxing video for this that you guys should watch, but I'm still going to open it on camera because I wanna. So anyway, we'll just break out the cutter here and try to gently slice into the plastic and get it opened up if I can. Maybe. There we go. Yeah, they've already done a great unboxing, so if you want to see a more professional unboxing, go watch their video, because this is just going to be me tearing into it and being excited about it. Oh, that's cool. One of the cool things about the deal, of course, there's a CD soundtrack, and this is 2 discs. So disc 1 is the console soundtrack, which I believe is the from the Saturn version, and then disc 2 says remixes. So these are all remix tracks, which one assumes are actually included in the new game. So definitely pretty cool soundtrack CD there. You can see the 2 disc track lists there on the back. So that's pretty cool. There's this awesome Sega Saturn style case that they produced for the OVA DVD that is a reproduction of the VHS that came in the with the original kind of limited edition Saturn version. Of course, they have the little foam block, which is fantastic. And there's the DVD. Now, one of the really cool things about this kind of US style Saturn case is this looks to be the type of reproduction cases that Limited Run is actually trying to produce for the Sega Saturn and Sega CD, because they've said that they want to do that. And so this must be a kind of a prototype version of that. I gotta say, it feels relatively good. The plastic is a different type than that, obviously, which is good because the plastic of the originals is fairly brittle. But this feels pretty good. It feels solid, and it doesn't feel like the edges here are going to break if I look at it the wrong way. So that is pretty cool. But I love how, you know, it's got all this cool stuff on the back there. Can't get this without the light. And so that is really cool. There's, of course, the game itself, PlayStation 4. This has the all the stuff included with it, I believe. I don't know if the DLC is extra or if it's included. I want to say I thought it was included, but... And then there's this nice thick foam in here that holds some of this stuff together. And then underneath of this is... the Game Paradise Memorial Works, which is this really thick, as you can see, book that has all of this interesting stuff here. Oh, I guess was on the Saturn too. I forgot about that. So it's got history of the game Paradise in terms of you know, information about some of the old arcade games that inspired the game Paradise or game Tengoku. And then art from the game itself. You know, arcade advertisement information there. All kinds of cool art from, or you know, surrounding the game. Oh yeah, this is really cool. It's all nice glossy pages, full color. Yeah, this is cool. Character profiles. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, this is really, really neat. Genius Yamada, the villain. It's even got a profile of him. Oh, cool. And it's got scans of the design documents that talk about the making of the game. Oh, that's really cool. 1995, that one's dated. Oh yeah, some kind of workflows, some storyboarding. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Wow. And even like some short kind of comic art or manga style art showing the... Oh, and of course I'm doing it backwards. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. And that's the book that comes with it. But wait, there's more. Underneath this other nice little block of foam is a set of reprint arcade flyers. Yeah, let's go ahead and open this so we can take a look. There's a lot in here. So you've got all of these, oh man, you got all of these reproduction posters and flyers, arcade flyers. So you've got Exerion, you've got Formation Z, City Connection, which is a fun game. Field Combat, which I don't know that I've played, but it looks similar to, excuse me, Capcom's Commando. You've got Momoko 120%, and that's double-sided. That's got some instructions on the back. I'm not 100% sure what the name of this game is. I'll have to look at the other stuff. This is pretty cool. Pig and Pawn. We have another shooter, Exorizer. And quite possibly my favorite game of the bunch, plus Alpha. We need a port of this on consoles, please, someone. City Connection, Bueller. Of course, the game Paradise. Flyer there. Oh, and instructions on the back. Here's another one. Another flyer for that. And some really detailed information on the back. Here's a flyer for Rodland, which is a really cool arcade game in the kind of single screen puzzle platform tradition. I'm not 100% sure what this is, but it's cool art. EDF, Earth Defense Force, which got a port on the Super NES. Then you've got another good shoot 'em up here, Psy Battler, and City Connection and Dispatch got Psy Battler as DLC in the new Cyvariar Delta game, so that's pretty cool. Another shoot 'em up here, Desert War. And if Plus Alpha is my favorite among the batch, this is probably my close second, and that is Saint Dragon, another awesome shoot 'em up. They had this at a Walmart that wasn't too far from where I lived, and so I popped a few quarters into this bad boy. Porty Porty, I think that's how you say that. Pretty cool. Not 100% sure on this one, but pretty cool 80s manga and anime style art. Then you've got Soldum, which has actually seen a recent re-release. I picked up the Switch version of the new Soldum game. And another shoot 'em up, which I need to try and seek out. Second Earth Gracia. That looks pretty cool. Looks very 90s, pre-rendered sprites and elements, but looks very colorful. It's a horizontal side, scrolling shoot 'em up. So that looks pretty cool. So, man, lots of cool stuff in this package. This is fantastic. They really went all out for this thing. I mean, just the posters alone, you can buy some. Might have to buy a handful of frames and get some of these up on the wall, because these are pretty cool, especially these shmups. I mean, some of these are really sweet looking. So that is all I have to show off for July. It was a slim month, but not slim in terms of the quality that I got, just less quantity, because it was just a handful of things in the mail during the course of that time. I already have stuff to show off for August, so be staying tuned for that once we get through the month and I'm able to get that recorded. If you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. Also consider subscribing to my channel so that you can see more videos like this and other content that I provide, including my streams. I do try to stream most weeknights and some on the weekends if I can. Also, follow me on Twitter at GameBoy Guru. I'll have a link in the description below to my blog where you can check out all my Game Boy reviews that I do. And also think about checking out Nira and his channel. He made the Super Mario Land Overworld theme that I use as the intro for a lot of my videos, and he has a bunch of other great chiptune and game music covers as well. So if you would, please go check those out. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for playing, and game on.